this is part of a global conflict. A conflict that stretches from India all the way to Louisiana. And today I have with me Monsieur le Marquis de Lafayette, representing France, and I have Don Bernardo de Gálvez, the Spanish governor of Louisiana and Cuba. Together we represent many of the different peoples who are affected and affected the war. One of the things that surprises me is not every historian knows everything. So each of these living historians, like our Don Bernardo de Gálvez, he knows so much about Spain's influence in the war. I had no idea that Californians, Spanish Californios, raised 8,000 pieces of silver to be given to the Spanish government to help the American cause and to help the war against Britain. That's fascinating to me. I wouldn't have known that because that's not my particular area of specialty. There are people that talk about 18th century gardening. There are people that talk about how to make hot chocolate in the 18th century. There's so many different passions here, and it's amazing to see them all come together in Huntington Beach Central Park.
There are many aspects of George Washington's personality I would say intrigue me. Most of all, though, it is how his character changed over the years. He started out as somewhat of a young man who was ambitious and had some ego, to a man who had very much so determined that he wished to be of service, and giving up, actually, if you look at it, more than 16 years of his life just to the service of the cause of America.
So often, the British would advance to within 50 yards, fire a single volley, and then charge with the bayonet. Very early on in the war, most American soldiers did not have bayonets, and so it was a losing proposition for us, and most militias would run away at the sight of a bayonet charge.
Each battle is a scenario, so we have a plan that happens during the day. It's a little bit of a chess game, though, and it's a little bit of a play. So we know how it should end up. The officers will end up managing the men as we move down the field, and there'll be a general plan, but we won't always know what happens. But hopefully we know who should win by the end of the day.
Up a double, march, turn around and back the other way. Happy feet, bring it down, and cross over, and happy feet, 4 and 5, over go, cross back,